Hey guys, my name's Kevin Morse. This is the Let's Play Flash Games segment on IndyEarth.com. I'm gonna kind of get closer today because I'm gonna kind of get a little more personal with myself. Um, Puzzle Bobble or Bust-A-Move is a game I truly fell in love with when I had my Neo Geo. Also, my 3DO, I had Bust-A-Move on it as well. But I bought a Neo Geo. I always want a big red, so I bought me a 4-slotter at an auction. And let's kind of get into this. And just, I bought me a 4-slotter at auction. I think I paid like 180 bucks for it. And I just fell in love with the Neo Geo all over again. And this is when I had my store, and I was really pushing hard to build like an arcade experience at my store so people could come in and they could play games. I'd actually built a Neo Geo prior to that, but it wasn't Big Red, you know. So this game is really special to me just because of what it embodies for me personally. It embodies the spirit of pixelation to me, of something I worked hard on to achieve, and now I don't exactly have a game store anymore, you know. I'm working at a satellite company, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy there. I'm not worried about the bills all the time. I'm not worried about the frustrations that come with the everyday stress of being a business owner. But I don't know. Now when I play this game, it's really bittersweet to me, and yeah, it's still a Flash game now. You know, so it definitely falls right in tune with what I'm doing here on my YouTube channel. But it's just symbolic for me because it's like the struggle. It's the struggle every day we deal with. On the arcade, I know I could push one little button over, shot that up, and it would hit it all, and of course it did. But we all face a struggle, and it just seems like it's I've never beaten this game. I don't think I ever will. It would be a massive undertaking to do as such. I know I should have shot the red one up there and tried to make it happen, but it wasn't gonna happen. Maybe it's just I'm not taking big enough risk, you know? I don't know. But this game embodies the struggle to me. And you know, I don't want to get all philosophical on you guys or whatever, but it still is one of my favorite games because no matter how many times I play it, it just feels like I could have done better. There's something I didn't do right. And that's what a game like this really embodies to me. It's very personable. It, you know, if I make a mistake, it's not cheap. You know, the game didn't make me do that mistake, even if it is screaming hurry up on something. It's I did it. What could I have done to correct that problem? And that's really what this game's always embodied to me. Like right here, I know I'm pretty much SOL, so I'm just gonna do that. Pray for the best, because the best ain't gonna happen. But you never know, and sometimes in life you're dealt crap, and you look for ways to fix it, and you find ways to fix it, and then you move on. And every day we deal with these struggles. So, Bust-A-Move for me is definitely a representation of what we as humans deal with. I know the game creators probably never were like that deep into it. They weren't like, oh yeah, we're going to find the deeper meaning of life by making a game with Bub and Bob. That isn't Bubble Bobble, but it's going to be a puzzle game. That's not what I'm trying to get at all. See, like right there. That's not the game's fault. That was totally me. It's just, you know, the story of Pixel Nation alone is a weird one anyways. And my buddy Evan, he could tell you he was one of the first people who ever bought anything off me. When I decided to take my whole collection load it up into fish tanks, and go to the flea market and try to sell stuff to get some sort of funding to, open a video game store. And now the market's crazy, anyways. Every time I see a game on eBay, I just kind of, there's just something in the pit of my stomach, like, man, somebody is just gouging somebody at this point. It's no fun collecting anymore. Because when I was collecting 10 years ago, it was fun. You weren't finding this stuff every day, and it was an enjoyable hobby. You'd take the game home, you'd go play it, and it was a lot of fun. Now everybody's about the hunt. How much is the game worth? I'll be real with you people. I don't give a fuck how much the game's worth. If it's a fun game, I'm happy with it. One of my favorite NES games recently just kind of got like out of hand, which was Jackie Chan. A bunch of people just started gouging the hell out of the prices on it. And I was just like, man, it's an amazing game and all these people want is fucking money. And it really brings me to a pass of how much our society is just full of consumerism anymore. A bunch of bullshit people. I'm sorry, that's not me. Yeah, we all need a paycheck to live day to day. We all want things in life. Totally understand that. But to gouge people over shit that should be a collectible just pisses me off. It's not a collectible. To a lot of people, it's a memory. It's something they cherish, and that was something with my store. I always pushed, the guys working there, or just even the customer base. We were selling memories. We were giving the nostalgia to the community. We were cheaper than everybody else, and that's probably the grand unraveling of things. But at the same time, I know, even though the store failed, I personally didn't fail. I did something nobody thought I could do, and I built a living off that for 3 years. And then I was able to sell a vast majority of the inventory off, and make better on what I had, honestly. And yeah, now I'm working a regular job, and oh boy, I'm in the regular work cycle. But I also, that's led me to do my YouTube channel as well, because I still enjoy gaming. I still have a passion for it. I play my Wii U. Why am I not playing Xbox One or PS4 anymore? Because I don't give a fuck about achievements. I'll be real. Nintendo was the fun system. It was the fun games. It was a system that you played to have fun with. And people are just so fucking caught up in that shit now. And it just blows my mind. And then you got all these collectors for like Nintendo and stuff, and it's like, oh well, I got Little Samson. That's like $800. Is it a fun game? Hell yes, Little Samson's a great game. Is Surprise at Dino Peak, the Flintstones, a fun game? Fuck no. And the fact that you're gonna pay that much to get a full NES collection, you might. Honestly, did you have that game when you were a kid? No. Why do you want that game? Oh, because it's worth money, because I want a complete collection. This whole collecting hobby's bullshit anymore. It really is. Take it from a guy who's showing you the fucking struggles of daily life on a game of Bust-A-Move. It is. I wanted a game store forever. Guess what? I would never wish that upon anybody now. And it's not because it's not fun to have a game store. It's just, it's not what it is meant to be anymore. The hobby of gaming has become so fucking oversaturated and full of bigots and fucking assholes. I don't want to be a part of that community. Just look at the recent freaking Coleco Chameleon. I feel horrible Coleco was associated with that piece of shit from Mike Kennedy. Because he literally was fucking over people left and right to do it. But that's what we're coming to. It's a big money-hungry fucking machine that people just want to cash in on. Nobody gives a fuck about the content of games anymore. They just give a fuck about what it's worth. You know what? Enjoy Jackie Chan for what it is. Not because, oh, well, you spent that much money, now it's going to sit on your fucking shelf. What's the good of having a game if it sits on your shelf? That to me is just bullshit. And that pisses me off, honestly. If I want to be real about things, yeah, when I was selling games, I'm happy to have collectors. They were the bread and butter to me. But if you're not a collector who's enjoying your collection, then you're fucking wasting time. Or you're just fucking so shitty of a person that you have to be like, look what I can have that you can't have, and that's bullshit too. And this isn't me being pissed off at collectors in general, because I have a lot of friends that are collectors, and they play their games. They sit down and it'll be like, hey, look, I got this new game, and they'll be like, look, Metal Storm. God, I fucking suck at this. This bouncing upside down bullshit and all, but I'm gonna give it my all and play it. And they sit down and play it and have fun with it. That's awesome. And why more people can't be like that instead of just doing whatever it is. I'm glad. I'm glad y'all have collections that you are so proud of and you want to flaunt and be like, I'm better. And it's almost became like the fucking limousine of the poor man. Yeah, I'm not saying a $700 game's a poor man's game, but you're not seeing every one of those fucking collectors with Nintendo World Championship in their collection. Super Nintendo's getting outrageous. Who the fuck's gonna pay $700 for a copy of Aero Fighters? That's fucking stupid. Why don't you just buy a Neo Geo? Huh? Why don't you do that? You want to know the expensive system? Go buy a Neo Geo. Dare you. Um. So guys, I'm sorry I ranted. I even get a failed message on that bullshit. But Bust a Move Puzzle Bobble is definitely one of my favorite games. It's one of those games I can sit down and talk while playing, having fun while playing it. Um, yeah, it's weird being a part of this culture and coming away from it and stepping back and watch it just destroy itself. It seems like so many people are getting into this. And when I was running the store, it was like, God bless the hipsters, thank you, they're still fans of the systems. And I'm so tainted now. I don't feel they're really fans of the systems anymore. I feel there's people who just want to have a collection to have a collection. There's people who want to try to buy things at the lowest price possible and fucking resell them. And I dealt with a lot of fucking resellers too, and they pissed me off. But you know what? I needed to keep the lights on in that place so the real collectors would come in. There were times when we would do tournaments and we would have 2 people show up. And it's like nobody gives a fuck about the community of gamers. All they give a fuck about is themselves, essentially. And it's not about collecting. It's not about being a community. It's not even about enjoying the game. It's because of this whole bullshit spill of consumerism that we've spread through our fucking media and our political systems and all this other dumb shit. So I'm getting off here. Yeah, I'm playing one more classic game, and I'm totally not done with my spill on all this. And I'll just kind of tell you what I think, where everything's going. And I'm going to play another classic game. I'm not going to play another Flash game per se. It's going to be a Flash game, but it's going to be a classic game as well, where you can get it on a fucking system. You know what? I got the Neo Geo cartridge downstairs still for this game, and it is Puzzle Bobble. It's not the Bust a Move one, because it was cheaper buying the Puzzle Bobble one. So guys, yeah, one more classic game. I wish to God fucking Neo Turf Masters was somewhere in Flashland and I'd be playing that. But let me see what I can dig up, okay? I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm going to start getting a lot more personal with this stuff because, honestly, this is my platform now, and this is where I'm going to speak out, and it almost sucks it's taken over 20 episodes of Let's Plays for me to get to this point where I just want to speak out. But, yeah, it's going to happen a lot more, and if I cuss and I offend you, I'm not going to apologize for offending you, honestly. This is my opinion. This is my channel. You don't have to watch it. You can go somewhere the fuck else. But for the ones who do decide to stick around and watch, thanks, subscribe, and we're gonna be real, and we're just gonna be straight up. Okay, so that was Puzzle Bobble, one of the best games, puzzle-wise ever. I put it above Tetris, honestly. So thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll be right back with another classic.